All right, today we're going to break down a pretty radical idea, how you can transform your service-based business in just 90 days. And look, I'm not talking about another chatbot or some simple automation. We're diving into a whole new kind of AI system, one that's designed to actually grow your business for you. So, let's get into it.
First, let me just ask you a straight-up question. Business owner to business owner, is your business leaving money on the table? I mean, really think about it. Every missed call, every lead you forgot to follow up with, every customer that just fades away, that's not just a missed opportunity, that's real revenue walking out the door. It adds up, and it's probably the biggest leak in most businesses.
You know, when you boil it all down, your business really has three critical lifelines. First, you've got the calls coming in. That's your lifeblood, your new opportunities. Then you have the calls going out. This is where the sales happen, the follow-ups, digging up old leads. And finally, there's customer care, which is all about building trust and keeping people around. The big problem? Each one of these lifelines can spring a leak.
But what if you could plug all of those leaks permanently? What if you could put all three of these lifelines on autopilot, not with some clunky robotic software, but with an AI that actually works like a trained, intelligent employee? Well, that's exactly the promise of the system we're going to unpack right now.
The secret sauce here is something called agentic AI. And you've got to understand, this is a world away from a simple chatbot. A chatbot just follows a script, right? An agentic AI is totally different. You give it a goal, like book a qualified appointment, and it uses its own memory, reasoning, and planning abilities to figure out how to get it done. It's less like a piece of software and way more like a digital specialist on your team.
So here we go, the 90-day journey. It all starts with phase 1, and we call this Stop the Bleeding. For the first 30 days, the goal is super simple and super direct. Get immediate results by capturing every single lead. I mean, every one of them, the brand new ones and the ones that have been collecting dust in your CRM for a year.
The first tool in our kit is the Aiva Receptionist Protocol. Just think of this as your perfect 24/7 front desk. It's an AI agent that answers every single call, day or night. But it doesn't just pick up the phone. It actually understands the conversation, figures out how urgent it is, and then zaps a perfect summary over to the right person on your team.
And the outcome here is instantaneous. No more missed calls. Ever. That means no more leads getting frustrated and just calling your competitor down the street. Every single person who calls your business gets a professional, immediate response, and your team gets exactly what they need to act on it fast. Now, the other half of stopping the bleed is the Aiva Reactivation Protocol. This AI agent doesn't wait for the phone to ring. It goes digging through the gold mine you're already sitting on, all those old, cold leads. It starts making calls and sending texts, re-engaging people in a personalized way to see if there's an opportunity hidden in there. And this is just incredible. We're talking about unlocking hidden revenue in less than 30 days. The AI automatically sorts that old list for you. This one's warm, that one's hot, this one's a dead end. It even figures out the best times to call to get a response. It's just smart.
Okay, so after 30 days, we've stopped the bleeding, the leaks are plugged. Now we get to move into phase 2, multiply your sales. This is where we shift from playing defense to going on pure offense. We're going to boost those conversion rates and make your whole sales process way more efficient.
And we start with the Aiva Qualification Protocol. Think of this AI as the ultimate bodyguard for your sales team's time. It handles those first few conversations, asking all the right questions to figure out who's a serious buyer and who's just, kicking the tires. The result? A massive jump in productivity. Your salespeople stop wasting hours talking to people who were never going to buy anyway and spend all their time with highly qualified prospects. And this is where that agentic part is so cool. The AI actually learns from its conversations and gets better, adapting its tone and approach over time. Next up in phase 2 is the Aiva Follow-Up Protocol. This agent tackles what is probably the most hated and most dropped part of sales, the follow-up. This AI is persistent, but it's also friendly. It will just keep calling and checking in with a lead until it gets an answer, completely automating that entire chase.
So what's the impact of that? Well, it's pretty staggering. We're talking about a potential 40% increase in conversions. Just let that sink in for a second. A 40% lift in sales without a single human on your team having to chase anybody down. It's a total game changer.
All right, we've made it to the final piece of the transformation. Phase 3, building lasting trust. In these last 30 days, we shift from the immediate sale to the long-term health of the business. We're talking about putting customer loyalty and your brand reputation completely on autopilot.
So, the first agent here is the IVA Reputation Protocol. It's pretty brilliant. After you finish a job, this AI calls the customer and just has a natural conversation to get their feedback. If they had a great experience, the AI gently guides them to post that glowing review online where everyone can see it.
This creates a constant automatic flow of 5-star reviews. But here's the other side of the coin, which is just as important. If the AI senses the customer is unhappy, it flags that feedback and sends it privately to your team, so you can fix the problem before it becomes a nasty public review. It's reputation offense and defense, all in one.
And finally, we have the Onboarding and Account Manager Protocol. This AI's whole job is to build relationships. It welcomes new customers, it checks in on your existing ones, and because it has a memory, it personalizes every single interaction based on their history with you.
And that right there is how you make customers feel remembered and truly valued. It's the core of loyalty. This AI automates those small, powerful check-ins that build real, lasting relationships at a scale you could never, ever hope to do by yourself.
So there it is. That's the whole journey. Days 1 to 30, you stop the bleeding and capture every lead. Days 31 to 60, you multiply your sales and boost conversions. And in that final stretch, you build lasting trust by putting your reputation and customer care on autopilot. It's just a powerful, logical progression.
Let's just lay it all out one more time. Phase 1 is all about lead capture and revival, making sure every call gets answered. Phase 2 is about optimizing for conversions, getting higher close rates with way less wasted time. And Phase 3 locks it all in by focusing on reputation and retention, creating a machine for 5-star reviews and repeat customers. It's a complete end-to-end system for growth.
And when you zoom out, the total impact on your business is just profound. You get an immediate return on your investment, literally in the first week. You get this incredible efficiency, doing the work of 3, 4, even 5 admin roles for a tiny fraction of the cost. And because it's agentic, the whole system gets smarter every single day.
And to prove this isn't just talk, there's this guarantee. If your phone still rings unanswered or your old leads stay cold after 30 days, you don't pay. I mean, that's how much confidence there is in this system to deliver immediate, tangible results. It basically makes it a no-brainer.
So I'll just leave you with this one final thought to chew on. What if your business could finally, and I mean finally, capture every single opportunity? Not just the new leads, but the old ones, the follow-ups, and every single chance you have to build a loyal, happy customer. What would that look like for you?